Hi, Gemini. Thank you for joining me here. I'm sorry. Thank you for joining me here. This is going to be your another love message reading. So, as you can see, I already shuffled, pull out the card, and put it on the table because I just want to focus on delivering the message. And sometimes it takes a long time because I only take jumpers from the pack from so anyway, this is an intuitive free flowing reading, so I'm going to be picking up on your energy and the person you are dealing with. That person can be anybody, just please keep that in mind. And if you have to interchange thing, please do. It's the energy, okay? So let's see what you have. Your current energy is your where you are currently is Queen of Water in reverse. What this tells me, Gemini, this tells me that like you have been holding, maybe you have been feeling some kind of a way. You have been feeling some kind of a way regarding to this connection towards this relationship or towards this person, but you did not really express your emotion, how you feel about this situation until now, which is very unlikely. You are very usually you are very communicative, right? But if for whatever reason you held up your communication, you held up your emotion, true emotion towards this, and I have a feeling that this emotion, it's something that it's actually bothering you. Something is going on in this situation that is bothering you, and you are not you did not communicate how you truly feel about whatever it's going on or whatever they're doing or not doing. And you did not respond. You felt a lot. You felt a lot of different kind of emotion within, but you did not respond to it verbally or externally to in relation to that this situation. But that is changing because Queen of Water in reverse, I feel like you are absolutely gonna talk. You are absolutely gonna express how you feel about it, and you are gonna be very blunt, and you are gonna be very forthcoming about it. That's what I'm getting, because you have been kind of keeping all how you feel. And I'm getting this, my sixth sense is telling me, I'm getting this message that whatever this feelings is, it's not, it has not been very pleasant to you. It has not, it actually little bit torturing. It's a little bit kind of like it's kind of bothersome. Yeah, it's a little bit bothersome energy that you are kind of holding up. You are kind of putting inside and putting it up, like not letting it out. But now is the time. You are absolutely in that kind of energy where you feel like, you know what, I'm just gonna say how I feel, because that's what I need to let it out of my system, otherwise it's gonna bring me down, and I don't want that. So where they are, their current energy is fortune's wheel. They are little, I'm getting this energy, I'm getting this sense that this person is quite reflective, kind of. They have a little kind of laid back energy, like attitude towards life. And they feel, they can sense it, that something is not right, something is not something is off. They can feel that energetically, but they are very optimistic. They feel like, okay, like nature gonna take it course and fix everything. So there is a little bit of passivity that I'm getting, but they're optimistic about it. But they are optimistic, they feel like, it's gonna be all okay, it's gonna be okay, because they have quite faith in this connection. They have quite a lot of faith in this connection. But the little laid back, maybe that laid back attitude is not really, like vibing with you very well at this moment. And they are like, yeah, they it's not that they are not aware what's going on. Is in this, they are more of a kind of they are not communicating about their thing. either with you, and they're like, they can sense that something is bothering you, something is not really going well in this connection, but they are not, they just know that it's going to be all okay. That's their affirmation, they just know, they're reassuring energy that they get, everything gonna be okay, don't worry too much, don't worry too much. That's what I'm getting. That's what their current energy. They're optimistic. Your external energy in Shark in reverse and Scorpio in reverse. Like what I'm getting, Gemini, that you have been holding a lot of like, I don't know why I'm getting that this person is kind of getting on your nerves. I don't know why. I'm feeling like this person is kind of, their energy is kind of getting on your nerves for at this moment, like in this time period. And you have been like, sometimes they makes you feel very angry, but you don't express that. Sometimes they makes you feel very irritated. They makes you feel like, oh my god, can you just speak up already, that kind of frustration. And you feel a little bit of resentment out of those kind of immediate frustration that you feel. And right now, the way you are coming up, you're like, if that, I'm just gonna be upfront. I'm gonna be saying what I'm like bottling up inside for so long. I'm just gonna be saying all this. They're gonna be okay. I'm not gonna hold any kind of resentment anymore, because I really feel that you care about this person. So definitely you don't want to hold any resentment towards it. But sometimes their passivity, sometimes their lack of communicative nature, sometimes something about them bothersome to you. But at the same time, I feel like it's not that you are completely like irritated by them. It's like a certain quality of them, certain attributes, certain personality of them really gets on your nerves, but otherwise you have a connection with them. And you were like, I'm not going to jeopardize, I'm not going to sabotage this connection by holding that, by bottling up everything inside, and putting my mental health at risk. So I'm just going to say whatever I need to say. There are going to be no more emotional secrets, there are going to be no more separate emotion, anger. I'm just going to let it out. I'm just going to let it out, let it out, let it out. That's your external energy right now. Their external energy is, like the way you perceive them. You feel like, oh, like you are really irritated by them. You feel like, oh, you are no special. You think like you are some kind of special extraordinary being, but you are not. You are not really actually spiritual. You don't see a bigger vision anyway, and you also not very good at domesticity. You don't really, maybe you two are started living in with each other. Something is getting on your nerves. That's what I'm getting, very itchy feelings. And you feel like, oh, you are not even good at some of the domestic stuffs. And you feel like you are like high and mighty, know everything, but you are not. You are not really special. All you are is some kind of like appearing like a hummingbird, like some kind of exotic bird who doesn't even open their beak and say something. I'm really getting this. You see the energy, it's like you are really getting irritated by their passiveness. You are really getting irritated by their laid back kind of attitude in life. And you are like, or you are like what? You are like a showpiece or something. You are like this exotic bird who doesn't even sing, doesn't even say anything. You are just there, and you feel like you are all this, you like spatial being or something like that. Let me tell you, my dear, you are not good at so many things. So why don't you how about you do me a favor and just open up and speak up for a while? Like I'm really getting that kind of very, but this is not a very adversity energy. It's like two people who are just getting to know each other, and certain things are not gelling with their one another. Like when two people come together, two different people come together with different habits and different way of being, a different way of living. So when that clash, or sometimes that kind of irritation, I'm feeling that you guys are having right now, especially at your end. So this is what you are thinking about them, your external energy. Three of Wands. This is like sun in Aries card, very very fiery energy. You are like, what, I am just gonna go ahead and do it. You are so ready to pop the bubble. You are so ready to pop this bubble. You know, whatever this bubble is between you two, I feel like there is a lot of like hush kind of energy I'm getting between you two. You know, like you two not really too communicative. I mean, maybe you talk a lot, but you don't really talk about the emotion very well. You know, and you are like something, when something it bothers, maybe I feel like maybe you guys are early on in your relationship, so you don't want to be rude and harsh. You know, you are like, both of you are trying to put up with their best way of being. But now I feel like you are like, you know what, honeymoon period is over, I'm gonna get real with the three of wands. Yeah, I'm really feeling like I'm gonna get real, and I'm gonna talk about things, what bothers me, what does not sit well with me. We need to state something straight, set something straight here. There is that kind of energy I'm getting, like you are gonna take things under control. You really emotionally, you are absolutely ready, because this is the emotional realm, this is the external perception realm, this is the emotional. Deep down, you are absolutely ready to take an action towards this, because I can feel that with the Queen of Wands, Scorpion, Reasons, Shark in reverse, everything kind of screaming at you that, you know, like, yes, you need to take action. If something is bothering you, you need to go ahead and fix it. That's the mentality you are right now in. They have Eight of Wands, their emotional thing. Eight of Wands, which is Mercury in Sagittarius. So what they are thinking, you know, Mercury is all about how we think. They are thinking about Sagittarius is like a fiery, okay, Eight of Wands is a very fast moving kind of, you know, getting things done, throwing this arrow to this, you know, marker. And, you know, like, but Eight of Wands in reverse. So in their thoughts, again, this person is very heavy brainy kind of, like they live in their head. You know, this person is like, you know, they are thinking about, they know that they need to, they are thinking about, okay, I'm gonna show that I am a very active person. I'm gonna show my Gemini that I am very much involved. They are, but you know, when it comes to showing it actively, when it comes to communicating those kind of affection, or something is bothering, or something is not gelling to, you know, they don't act, they try to avoid conflicts all the time. Maybe they have a strong Libra on them, you know, but you know, like they're like, you know, they're like, they know that they need to take action towards certain things that bothering you. They need to address this issue. But when it comes to action, in reverse, they are like, in emotionally, they feel this, that they need to do this, they need to do that, but you know, they think about that. But when it comes to transfer this thinking into action, they're like, I am just exotic bird. I'm not gonna open my mouth. You know, like there is a certain sense of passivity. I'm getting a strong sense of passivity from this person. You are emotionally. Ten of Swords, Sun in Gemini, your card. Five of Wands. Five of Wands is Saturn in Leo. So there is like a, you are like getting back to your own element. You are getting back to your own element, because this is Queen of Wands. Queen of Water is not really your expression generally, you know, like I'm feeling like with the Ten of Swords, you are like, shoop, I am getting all these ideas, how I'm gonna address this. I am getting all these different ideas how I'm gonna address this issue, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So now you are transferring your fiery energy emotionally, because this is happening in your emotional realm, right? So you are all fired up with Sun in Aries, like super fired up. But then you are like, you are taking that fire, and now you're transferring in your how you understand things. You understand things with mind, right? You are like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna tell them this way they can understand. You are thinking in your mind like how you can approach that, how you can present your thoughts into words so that they can understand without creating conflict. Because you also know Five of Wands, Saturn in Leo, like if you are too stubborn, if you go and if you go and approach this issue with like my way or highway kind of way, you know, I have to express myself no matter what, with that kind of fiery, with Leo and Aries combined fiery, you know that that's gonna create conflict. Five of Wands, it's gonna create unnecessary conflict. So deep down, Gemini, you don't really want to fight with them. So this is not actually something very serious. This is something just, you know, it's like a pebble in a shoe kind of thing. and you are determined to take that rock out of your shoe, but you don't want to be too like aggressive about it, because you know that if you go too headstrong, too fiery, and too like my way or highway kind of attitude, it can lead to unnecessary conflict that you don't want. Because I have a feelings that you two are getting to know each other, maybe it's been few weeks or few months, you are kind of in a relationship, it's still you guys have a lot to explore about each other. So you don't want to rock the boat like right now by being too aggressive or too forceful. So you are thinking, because 10 of swords, sun in Gemini, really you are thinking, you are letting go of all these extra or unnecessary thoughts, but you are really thinking clearly that how you can approach this matter so that you can maintain peace, at the same time you can communicate your point of view clearly. That's what you are thinking emotionally. And they are like three of cups. They are like three of cups, which is like Mercury in Cancer. Like they have a lot of emotion. They feel, they want to express, again, two Mercury back to back. They are thinking, they want to express, a lot of love. They feel a lot of tenderness for you, even though maybe they are not very, like communicative when it comes to express their emotion, every bit of it, but they feel a lot of tenderness for you. They feel a lot of gentle feelings for you. They have all this emotion for you, and they wanna really, they don't want any conflict either. They just emotionally, they just feel like, okay, I know that Gemini is little agitated, how I can make this, how I can communicate. They want to come to you and they want to show their affection, their language, their body language. They want to show their affection, their emotion, and their caring and gentleness, tenderness for you, but in a very kind of light way, like they just don't want to get you all walked up or like or worked up or anything. They just want to be very nice and gentle with you, and they just want to take you out of this kind of mental conflict, out of this kind of angry kind of energy. They want to do all these things emotionally. They are thinking like that, but when it comes to action, like they are like they are not very good at doing like action. They are very good at emotion, they're very good at mind, but when it comes to really showing those emotion, in action way, active way, they are little timid in that department. But they are emotionally, they really want to just very, they just, like, they just want to sit with you in a very calm evening, or kind of, maybe in the park or outside of your patio, have a little drink, a little kind of soothing energy, and then they want to talk to you like in a very gentle way. That's what they want emotionally, that's what they want. And you, okay, so next thing you emotionally feeling is world in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles. So I'm feeling like with the world in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles, huh, definitely you wanna, you see a lot of promise. You definitely see a lot of promise when it comes to like make this connection into something very solid. You really feel like that. You feel like this connection can take both of you in a different places. It can bring a certain sense of stability that maybe you have not experienced with many people before. This kind of gives you a sense of adventurous kind of energy. At the same time, world in reverse, I'm feeling like there is a certain sense of doubt that comes to your mind, because this kind of energy, you feel like, maybe I am being way too optimistic. Maybe I am being, like there is a doubt that lingering. You see the potential though. You really want to, there is a certain sense of this, you and this person, you guys really, your energy, I'm feeling like really compatible. You guys really bounce back each other energy. It's just the they are not very active, and you are very active, and they are not really, they feel a lot, they think a lot, but when it comes to put those things into action, they are a little timid. And you're feeling like, oh Gemini, you are just again up in the moon, in the seventh heaven, in a rainbow, thinking everything gonna be like a rose petal story, but it's not. So you are like doubting your own ability to dream. In this connection, you are feeling like, oh, it's not gonna be this like a fulfillment, like the world is not gonna be the ultimate connection that you ever had. It's not gonna be like that. But even though you had this duality going on in your emotional level, on your emotional level, but you still have that, something that tells you that this is something that you can build upon. This is something that you guys are, when it comes to, being together, you actually feel that there is a lot of potential of that. But at the same time, you feel like you are maybe over ambitious about that, you are maybe overly giddy about it. But maybe you calm down, like you are like talking two terms to your own emotion, to yourself. And they have, oh wow, they have chariot in reverse, nine of wands, which is a Sagittarius card, another Sagittarius card, moon in Sagittarius, and then the Empress, Taurus Libra card, Cancer Taurus Libra card. So yeah, they are like, they know that they are being a little bit passive. They know that they are just sitting on their throne and thinking that everything, like with the wheel of fortune, nature will take its own course, and everything will be the way it should be. They had, and they know that emotionally, they know that maybe they need to be more proactive in this connection rather than reactive. And they also feel like that maybe they are just little setback. They don't want to do that. They want to be this, they want to go ahead and charge ahead. And like, look at this, the eight of wands, and the both of them have this kind of like a forceful, like a action oriented energy. But at the same time, they don't feel confident. They feel like, if they really go ahead and get out of their normal, by default, get out of their comfort zone, because they are not really charge ahead kind of personality, but they want to do that because they can feel that your anxiety. But they feel like if they go ahead and do this kind of charge ahead things, they feel like that they won't be able to. With the nine of wands in reverse, they feel like it won't land well. They feel like they feel like it won't go well if they get out of their shell and be somebody that they are not usually, and kind of embody this kind of cardinal forceful chariot energy. It will not end well, because they would not know how to handle this. They would not know what to say. They would not know how to act, because that's not how they behave in life. But they feel that they need to get out of their comfort zone and need to take some kind of action. But at the same time, they feel like if they take that action, it, because they don't know this kind of very unfamiliar territory, they will mess things up. So that's kind of holding them up emotionally as well. So there is like a lot of back and forth, you two are. So just, if you okay, before, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. If you go ahead and if you really take a softer approach rather than fiery approach, and really talk to them like you really being your like sun in Gemini, 10 of swords, let go all this extra burden, extra mental clog, and really communicate with them what's bothering you. I feel like you are going to get an excellent result. You are going to get a three of cups. You are going to get a lot of gentle caressing from them, and they are going to absolutely hear your point, and you guys going to be on the same page. But you both, they're fearful they are going to mess up, but you are kind of doubtful about, your two minds are talking to each other. So just settle all these things, and if you just go ahead calmly, and just know this person have good intention, this person want to make things work with you. So do you, I can see that. So if you just approach it very calmly and gently, and keeping each one another in a good like vibe, I think everything will go well. Your immediate future, we got five of cups. Like immediate future, we got five of cups, clarified by four of cups, father of pentacles, and mother of wands. Okay. Tongue. But some reason, whatever it's doing. I feel like your immediate future, you can change that because it's a free will, right? But many of you will choose not to communicate. And because you choose not to communicate, it's gonna create five of cups, which is like a Scorpio, Mars in Scorpio. And you are gonna feel like that, you have a lot of deep love for this person, but your love is not reciprocated. But that's not true at all. But you're gonna feel like that because you chose not to communicate. Hold on. So if you choose not to communicate, very calmly and patiently and openly, then you will feel that this kind of that your deep love is not reciprocated, because you are going to feel like, oh, they don't care because they are not taking any action. They don't care because they are not they are just sitting there and sitting pretty and saying nothing, so they don't care. But like, we are something is bothering me. But if you do not communicate what is bothering you, because they have hard time taking action, because they are nervous, they feel like because they are kind of laid back energy, passive energy. So if they try to be too active with you, they fear that they are going to mess up the whole thing. So they fear that they are going to mess up the whole thing. And I don't know why you were choosing, because you have a doubt, because you feel like, oh, this is not the ultimate thing, so why even I'm just going to try and communicate. Whatever your two minds, if your two minds try to convince you not to communicate, the immediate future gonna be, you are gonna feel that this person doesn't love you, and your deep love is never reciprocated. So you're gonna feel a little bit of worthless in your own love. But that's not actually excuse me, absolutely not true, because this person definitely loves you. But it's just a matter of how you communicate. So if you and but then it got clarified by for Four of Cups, Mother of Wands, you are not taking action. Mother of Wands in reverse, not taking action. Four of Cups, feeling a Four of Cups. Four of Cups is Moon in Cancer. Four of Cups and Moon in Cancer. So you are feeling, you both have a Cancer, so you both are feeling a lot of emotion for each other. But you are saying like, you know what, my emotion is going way too deep with the Five of Cups, like Scorpio Cancer card. And you are like, I'm my emotion, I'm feeling too much. And I know that, but you see them as a Father of Pentacle. You want to grow with them, you want to build something with them. But you are feeling so much, your Moon, like Moon in Cancer, you are feeling so much, and you are not communicating. And that's why you are feeling like, oh, your deep love, this kind of deep love, they are not going to understand, they are going to reject it anyway, they won't be able to reciprocate it anyway. But at the same time, you are seeing them as a Father of Pentacle. So if you I would say, really go ahead and communicate, because there is no reason that you should not communicate. And then what their immediate future is Ten of Cups in reverse. Ten of Cups in reverse, Mars in Pisces. What Mars in Pisces does, I'm really feeling like they started to understand. Now they started to understand that they have been laid back. Mars in Pisces is like, they let go of too much, like they go with the flow. Sometimes they don't know how to be active, how to be proactive, how to be take charge of a situation. They don't know that. And that is Ten of Cups. It's like fulfillment, like, I reached the peak of my life, I'm just gonna lay back on the couch and watch the rainbow. So there is a lack of activity. So they are realizing in their immediate future that they have been realizing for quite a while with the Empress in reverse on their emotional realm. But this time they really realize that they are gonna lose something very deep, something that makes them happy, if they do not take active action towards it, if they do not be active. So they are feeling like that with the Nine of Wands in reverse. They're again gonna feel a lack of confidence. Again, they're gonna feel like, oh my god, but that's not my zone, how I'm gonna go ahead and charge ahead. But they are doing it anyway. Look at this, they are charging ahead with Nine of Swords, your cards, Gemini. So they are coming towards, immediate future. They are gonna come and communicate with you, say, hey, I'm feeling all these things. I'm sorry. Is there something that we need to talk? I know that maybe I should have been more communicative, maybe I should have been more expressive, but I want to tell you that I really love you and I want to be with you and I don't want to lose you. What I'm doing wrong? Can you just talk? That kind of very like that kind of energy I'm getting with the Nine of Swords. But they are doing that, and if they're doing that, you may find this quite cute actually, because that's gonna reassure you that how wrong you are when you thought that, yeah, that's gonna reassure you that when you thought that your deep love is not gonna be reciprocated by them, and you are like feeling all rejected, all sad and gloom, and you feel like nobody can understand your deep emotion with the Four of Cups and taking time off and doing nothing and all that thing. And they like all they are gonna come across kind of little awkward if they choose to. And then it's actually going to be pretty sweet when you guys actually finally talk. It's going to be pretty sweet, but you can wait for that moment to happen, or you can just break this silence right now, because I'm telling you that they are absolutely, you two are already vibing with each other. It's just the little bit of difference when two people come together. So it just, don't take all these little things too personally, if you can. But if you cannot, then it's fine. We all are emotional being, we know something right in our head, but when it comes to do, our emotion plays a big role, and we cannot just always think about and take action from a mind standpoint. We have to incorporate our emotion and feelings and everything. So sometimes it gets much more complex than it needed to be, but that's life. All right, I hope you get something out of it, Gemini, and I will talk to you next time. Okay, take care. Bye.